Hey there everyone, it's Lauren here, only Shade Drops back for another video, and I have a special guest today, Ringdalen from EurovisionTalk.
Hey,
Hello
hey,
there!
thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be
Thank you
here.
so much for being there. Thank you so much. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about Supernova, and we're gonna determine who Latvia should send. Yeah, Latvia, you do as we say. We see who can bring the best possible result. We'll also talk to you maybe a little bit about our personal favorites. I'm gonna timestamp everything whenever you want to go to some moment in specific, and yeah, enjoy the video. How are you doing, Ollie?
I'm doing really well. I'm super excited about this year's Supernova, and I'm about to travel to Latvia to be at the event. I'm so
Oh,
excited,
wonderful!
and I think also this year is like Latvia can't go wrong because all of these artists and songs are something to be proud of, and like I think Latvia is going to do really well. So it just depends on are they want to focusing in on the public or the jury. We'll see what they do.
Yes, it's such a strong supernova. Usually, I don't really care a lot for this national final, but this year the quality was. I think it's one of my three, four favorites national finals of this year. I think Dons did his effect. Dons really
Definitely,
brought.
he was an amazing representative, and the fact that they didn't get in as many entries this year as other countries, but still, in my opinion, I think this is like the best one, my personal favorite selection. I think it was like 120 something submissions, and they were able to have such a
Ooh,
stacked lineup. So
yeah,
it's cool to see.
that's that's very solid from such few submissions to get such a great amount of songs. Um, So, right before we start, everyone, don't forget to go to Eurovision Talk, subscribe to Ole, follow him, check out his videos. He's doing amazing content,
Thank
reaction
you.
videos, interviews, live stream. You got everything there.
Thank
Leave a
you.
little like on this video, comment about which song you think would be the best for Latvia, and subscribe to this channel too. And I think we should go. What we're gonna do is we both send each other. Wait, no, you send me. I didn't send you my top five, not of our personal taste, top five of which songs from this final we think could do the best in Eurovision. We combined them. First one got 12, second 10, third 8, fourth 7, and fifth 6. And we've got 6 songs that we selected. Little quick talking about the 4 songs that didn't get in any top 5. Those are Bel Tempo and Dina with The Water, Paolo with Delusional, Sinergia with Bound by the Light, and Marcus Riva with Bigger Than This. You want to say something about one of these songs that would maybe deserve to be in there, but it was just too stacked?
Yeah, when it comes to like personal taste, Bound by the Light, I think has such an amazing atmosphere, and I love the song. I'm just a bit unsure about how it will stand out in Eurovision. It's easier to stand out here with 10 songs, but I'm worried it can be get a bit lost. But it's still such a wonderful track, and I also think that Marcus Riva has one of the strongest like endings of this year's numbers. I think it's such a cool, powerful way to end the song. So I think all 4 of them are great, but what we have here, the top 6, I'm excited to see how we rank them.
Yeah.
What
Uh,
about you?
I do have Bound by the Light in my personal top 5. The others, I have Palu with Delusional in my top 5. I like the studio version way more than the live there. Kind of the same for Sinergia, the studio hit more. Marcus Riva does have a good ending in his song. My only problem with it is like the first 2 minutes and 30 seconds that I don't think really
Yeah, that's
work.
like the majority, so that's
Yeah,
yeah.
I have a bit of problem with that. So the sixth position got only 6 points. It's my fifth place in terms of competitivity. It's Heartbeat by Emilia. And there's a reason why I put it in there. Like I had 4 songs that I thought were competitive enough for Eurovision. The rest, I was like, yeah, but there's that, maybe not enough for Eurovision. And I saw, when they reveal halfway towards the show, like the televotes, how it's going, I saw that this song was number one with like
Yeah,
13%. And I was shocked. So I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about this song because it's a nice song. I enjoy it. It feels very Denmark, what Denmark would send, for example, to Eurovision. It feels like this kind of song that the juries will kind of appreciate, but that the televote will really dislike. And we're currently in 100% televote semifinal. So I don't think it will work in Eurovision. Also, staging didn't leave a big impact on me. So I'm curious what you think about this one.
yeah. I think song wise, it's like the maybe the most accessible out of all the songs in the final. It's something I think nobody gets offended by. Everybody can enjoy something about this song, but I think that's its weakness in terms of it. It's not a divisive entry. I'm not sure enough people will have that as their absolute favorite, but I would question anybody who wouldn't enjoy the song because it's a really nice song. And I think she sells the song well. And I get the Dansk Melodi Grand Prix feeling as you're talking about as well. And I appreciate that the song is in focus here with the show. Like she's confident in the song, and I like the song, but I do not think it's a sure qualifier in this in the depending on what we've had previously at Eurovision. I think it can have a bit of a hard time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, just quickly. That's better. Um, I Yeah, I don't know. She does sell it well, and you're right. That's its weakness. Like, it's as I said, like Denmark songs, and you don't really have a lot of people who love them. Everyone likes them, but who's sending votes for it? Well, I loved Saba last year, but
Yeah, same,
like,
same.
yeah, I thought she should have qualified, but um, this song, I don't see anyone like going, oh yes, I'm definitely gonna vote for this, and 20 votes. Some people will, but like, will there be enough to get it to a Eurovision grand final? I don't think so. It's
Yeah,
just,
it's difficult because like it would deserve to go to the final. It has such a high musical quality, and I also think the radio hit potential you have this song is like this can be a global track. But because of it feeling so global and feeling like it could come from anywhere, it's like it doesn't feel as Latvian, and I think that can also make it struggle a little bit standing out in the field and being like, okay, what country was that again? So whereas others here, there's no question where it's from.
yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm gonna conclude this one by saying my my classic. If Sweden sent this, would maybe be top 10 in the odds, but let's let's go to the next song before I get cancelled by the Swedes.
but
So number five is song number five here is a song you had in your fourth place. Romance Isn't Dead by Chris Noah. Curious to hear what you have to say about it.
yeah, I feel like this is the biggest improvement for me from a studio song to a live performance. It connects so well live, and I feel like there needs to be a bit more punch in the second half, but you have time to work on it. But they've done so many creative elements here to make the song stand out. It feels much more alive when it's on stage, and I think that accessible rock music has a tendency to like be able to like sneak through, get to the final. And I think with like the stage production and how massive that the arena is going to be, I feel like it can really shine if it goes to Eurovision. So, but it need more punch in the second half, in my opinion.
Yeah, I did enjoy it more in the live during the live performance. I think he sells it pretty well. The staging works for this song, like solid work, nothing outstanding, but solid. You do sell the song. Um, I don't know if it's like memorable enough for Eurovision. Like the chorus annoys me a little bit. Like it goes, "Romance isn't dead yet, 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 yet." That part is it kind of triggers me a little bit,
Okay.
but Overall, it is a nice song, and I do wonder if I believe we'll get some rock songs in this Eurovision, and I wonder if it's in the same semifinal as another rock song that would be much stronger. Will it not maybe like collapse and end up 12th, 13th in the same?
Yeah, that's a good point because if you go in there with something, you have to be like the best at it to be able to go through when it comes to, especially when it comes to rock. It's like most of the votes usually goes towards like the absolute best one, and same also if you have the same staging idea. So it's risky, but I think that there is enough there to be like, okay, this can be a shocking, and I think that his charisma can sell this song, and it felt like this could have been put on the Eurovision stage. I don't think in its current state it would qualify, but with some help and some improvements, I think there is something there, and that chorus gets stuck on your mind. Just to saying the lyrics now made the song get stuck on my mind, so uh,
It's
that helped. So although I
yeah.
have Marcus Rivan repeat with Bigger Than This, that one just got stuck on my mind with Romance Isn't Dead.
All right. That is a strong point. Do you think it would manage to sneak in to a grand final?
And so it's so hard to say when we like don't know
Yeah.
the field yet, but we have.
Some,
I just want to double because like Finland was supposed to be in that semi, or is in that semi? I think.
I'm checking right now the semifinal of Latvia with who they are and which song do we know there.
Yeah,
Uh,
because already since Finland is not send. Okay, yeah, because they're in it, they're not sending rock this year. Um,
yes,
and
they're with Finland.
yeah, so I think in its current state in that field, it will stand out and have a chance, but we don't know what's hiding in um, different countries here and what also Ireland would
Yes,
do.
they're in
So
that semifinal.
yeah,
They're with in the first half. In that first half, there is Montenegro, very different. Greece, different. Austria will be different. Armenia, Australia, we don't really know.
mm,
Ireland, Lithuania. Lithuania might with Catharsis.
that's true. That's true.
You don't want to be against that, I think.
No, and
But
that's a good point.
that's a strong song. Second half, you have Czechia, Denmark, Finland, Georgia, Israel, Luxembourg, Malta, Serbia. Don't doesn't feel like real rock nations, but you've got it's not purely rock, but Catharsis sounds like the kind of song that could steal a lot of points from this if Lithuania sends them.
Yeah, true. And since you're in the first half, as since we both had like Bound by the Light as one of our favorites, competing that with Greece also, although it's different, it's that's so super memorable. So hopefully, if like Romance Isn't Dead were to go in, it would maybe be like a show opener. But
Yeah,
hope, but also if it gets like in one of those bad spots, it can be lost in the
yeah.
shuffle.
They can give it like the death slot with the running order. You know the
Yeah,
producers how they are.
it's
Uh,
risky.
very. So, and number four is a song you have put in third place, and I have put in fourth place. Lego by the Ludwig.
Hey.
Yeah, I've heard quite some comments about this one. People saying it could win Eurovision. I, I, I like the song. I do. It's in my top five of the final. I like it a lot in studio. I want to talk about that live performance though. Like, what, what's going on?
Yeah,
I don't get it. I don't get
no,
the staging.
it's I'm again like with this also like okay, picturing a bit. Okay, how can we do this at Eurovision? Because I don't think you would do the same thing.
Hmm.
What they're good at here is that they fill the stage really well. And I'm one of those people who said this is potentially Eurovision winner. I talked about this being like or I talked about it being like a Eurovision anthem and stuff. Uh, being one something that would be like super televote friendly, and even in its current state, this is going through. This is like I think the song is strong enough. And I think they sounded great. They had a great dynamic, but I didn't understand why they have to be so close, because I feel like the strength was when they were filling the stage, being at different parts, maybe different levels, make it more dynamic and interesting, and not just like all the touching and what's going on, and then going up and down the same platform.
Agreed. I mostly liked energy. Like this is a song when I heard it in studio, I wanna go to the beach. I wanna bring a radio and start singing it. And then I'm watching a live performance and I'm not really getting that feeling that makes me want to dance, seeing how it all happens. And I think if this was to go to Eurovision, they need to really, really work on that staging. The song in studio version sounds like a qualifier, but with that live performance, I don't know. It gives me like the surprise fan flop. If
No, no,
like,
no, no, no. It's not flopping. No, 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 no.
yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
That's so scary to say. Like, it's Lego.
yeah, I know. I would like it to qualify, but when I saw the performance, I was like, oh wait, wait, hold on a
No, but
second here. There's
I'm worried.
danger.
I'm worried now. Like, I feel like
Like,
Lego should be like a safe bet, but I totally get what you were saying here. Although I personally found him really charismatic, I felt like I enjoyed his selling of it. But again, it's not what I expected. And the same also with the song we're going to talk about later. I did not expect a certain Ramtai to be like that on stage. So it's something to get used to.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Like every year, there's like this song. We're like, okay, this is qualifying. That's for sure. And then it comes the staging, and you're like, okay, what's happening now? And then the
Yeah.
audience, the casual audience who didn't get to love these songs before the contest starts are like, what's going on here? And they don't vote. And you just get these Eurofans vote and you end up flopping. I had that with Sekaret, Albania, Ronela Ayati. I had it as a pretty safe qualifier. Then came the live performance. I like, no way, no way that was qualifying. But yeah, that made it with the televote, so it will make it right now. So my point does not stand at all. My point doesn't work. Uh,
But still, there are those shockers where just like, there's no way this can qualify. Like, uh, with San Marino a couple of years ago, also riding on the bull and just like the craziest pyro
oh
show
yeah,
with
oh
that
yeah,
song
yeah, yeah.
Stripper. And it was
Aquilaro,
just,
yes.
yeah, and everybody was just like, this is absolutely fantastic. And then it's like, oh, this is stuck in the semi. And same also with our boys in City Sani. I was talking about that being a top 5 or top 10 song.
Yeah,
And yeah,
we're gonna get to them soon. We're gonna
we
get
got,
to them.
yeah.
Just before that, we have the song that is at number 3. You had this song at number 5. I had it at number 2, while I didn't expect to have them
Ooh.
there before the live. It's Sadzeyot by Tepat. Now, I'm getting this feeling where this can either go the Black Mamba way or the Carousel way from 2019 for Latvia. Like I think the song is okay. I don't have it in my top 5. Well, I have the Ludwig in my top 5. I have City Zeni in my top 3. I think they're my second. But this gave me like this feeling like it's very intimate. There's something special happening. It goes towards a certain audience. It's not something that literally that everyone will like. A lot of people will be like, ah, this is boring. But there's a certain audience that they're reaching out to, and I feel like result-wise, this could go like the songs are not very similar, but like "Love Is on My Side," that did pretty well. That got a nice televote score, not a great televote score, but enough to even be in the top 10 of the semifinal, and then got a big jury score. And I think that if this qualifies, its biggest hurdle is the qualification, in my opinion, with the televote. If it qualifies, I think the jury might have it in their top 10 or 11th or 12th. Then it will underperform with the televote, get like 20 points, but still overall get like a top 15. Or it can just not qualify because of televote. I'm curious what you think about this one.
It's risky, and I totally agree with what you're saying here. That its biggest hurdle is going to the final. Personally, oh, this is it's a strong area. This might be my personal winner this year. Actually, I love this song. I love how they
Oh.
did the staging. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And it was as just a studio song. It was my second place. Um, the, but the reason I put it that not at like my second place this time around was because of the uncertainty with qualifying in a televote
Mhm.
only. Because if the jury doesn't respect this, if they get to the final, it's like we just gotta abolish the jury. Then it's like no point, because there's so much musical
Yeah.
quality here, and I like the fact that this show is all about just the song speaks for itself, because you're not going to win anybody over with doing a crazy staging with this song. It's like, no, the song is the main part here. So I think they've done a great job. I love the backdrop, I love the simplicity, but that makes everything feel so grand, and it has an evolution throughout. So some people will watch it and get bored in 30 seconds and be disconnected, while others will be invested in every single second and they get rewarded for it. So I think it's a great entry. I would definitely vote for it, but I can't vote in the semifinal. So, uh,
Yeah,
and I think
there's
we'll
no
have.
no way.
Yes, I can't wait. Norway can't vote here, but I will vote with my heart
Ah,
if it goes
the
through.
vote with the vote with the arts. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not loving it, but I'm enjoying it. It's like when the song comes in, I'm like, it's relaxing me. It's intimate. I feel relaxed when listening to it, and I'm like, if you have this in the semifinal, let's say a country brings like a bop. Let's say Ireland sends Power Play, and you have this right after it in the running order. That would make the two songs stand out so much. And I don't think there's gonna be another song like this one in this semifinal this Eurovision. Like it's got its audience, and if it will not get a big result in the semifinal, but I really feel like the potential for a big result in the final is there.
absolutely. And it's like it's gonna stand out, and if especially if the way you're describing it, also if they place it in the right way. um I'm just worried about it being in the first half of a semifinal, but I really want it. Like, my heart is I would love to see this win Eurovision, but it's just that would be like a fantastic dream come true. But I'm worried about it. But no matter what, if they send this song, like, Latvia could be so proud, and it'd be like such great for the history books. But if it means a great result this year, I'm unsure about.
Uh,
It's either at the top or it's maybe not qualifying. So
Agreed. So, second place here was my third, and your second. And what you said right now, you said that Tepat were your personal favorite. So, I was shocked by hearing you say that because I know how much you love Zeni.
oh, my
And
favorites.
and okay, it's your band. You start Zeni Ramtai. Why do you think it's the second song with the biggest potential for Eurovision?
Yeah. Okay. So that also says something about the quality here, because like with the staging here, when it comes to how they did with how the pot did their staging, I was like, okay, this is exactly what I visioned. This is what I'm ready for. I was ready for this type of staging. Then you have Ramtai, and I am very excited about them doing something completely different. I think that was a smart idea. I did not expect this type of staging at all. I was expecting this hip nightclub and just like the charisma from everybody in the band coming through. And instead, we have these disco yetis, and I love a disco yeti party. Uh, so uh, I'm starting to be sold on this performance. I was already sold on this song. This is my favorite song of the season. I think this is almost as maybe even better than Eat Your Salad. It's an absolutely fantastic track, this Ramtai. I love it. And I desperately want to see them win. And I think with their quality, we know how great they are as performers. This can do well at Eurovision. But The staging here, I'm wondering if it will connect or not. Uh, it created an uncertainty. I'm not sure how this will do now, but the song quality is there and the artistic value is there. So I'm not sure. What do you think of the staging?
So a week ago, when I was like thinking about Latvia, I'm like, okay, I have my favorites and everything, but what is the song that would do the best in Eurovision? I thought immediately Citizen. Now I had them at number three here because I watched that performance. I was like, what the heck? What the heck was going on? I did not know where to look. I was like, I mean, there was one part that made me laugh. Is like when one of the second guy who comes out of the when he lost
Giannis. Yeah.
when he lost his glasses
Oh
during
yeah.
the performance. I don't know if that was planned. But it made me laugh a lot. I think it was fun, but I was like I didn't fully connect to it. Well, in the studio version, I was ready to party. It's it's a bit like the Ludwig. It's like these two songs I thought were safe qualifiers, very competitive, and now after the stagings, I think this one is more safe than the Ludwig because it has a memorable staging, whether you like it or not. You remember it because people at home will be like, who was Latvia? Ah, yes, the Yetis, or like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, those Yetis. It will be either ah yes or no. But I don't know. I'm like striking staging can be good, but at the same time, sometimes they may be not. There could be better options. I wish they did it another way. But it's a bold choice. I do like this more than Eat Your Salad. I enjoyed Eat Your Salad. But this I do like a lot, and it's a party, it's a televote friendly song, so I think that in this system, even with a maybe mediocre, let's say, it's a bit, nah, that's not the word to use, but below expectations performance, below expectation staging, it can still be strong enough to make it. And I have them as my number two of this national final for my personal taste, which shows that the song is strong too. Because another song with this staging, I'll be like, no, get away. This one I still want to listen to. But yeah, it made me a little bit worried, even though I still think it would qualify in Eurovision.
But that's also a great point to come with there, where it's like another song maybe couldn't survive this type of staging, right? Here it's like the song wise and band wise is my absolute favorite. I love what they're doing, and it's the musical quality here. I think the jury will also respect a lot, and I do picture this being a top 10 track. But the staging, I'm wondering like what the vision is and how they will bring this to life on a bigger scale. Citizen is like the safest option to go with Interior because we know their quality. We know that they're incredible at like the with media. They're incredible with everybody, and they're super memorable. So it's cool that they're doing something completely opposite from last time. But I had to put it a little bit down just because at the second place, just because of the uncertainty with will this connect? Will people give it the chance? But also in theory, this staging could make people who didn't respond to the song now respond to it. So I'm excited to see how it will do.
Yeah. And before we go to the next song, I hope if they win that they invite you on stage again for a
Yeah,
free
that's
party or something. That would be wonderful.
we got to make it happen.
Yes,
So
make it happen, man. Make it happen. We want to see an interview at Supernova. Stuff
I'm
like that.
crossing my fingers there. So I just got the schedule and everything for when the rehearsals are. So we'll see what happens.
Perfect. So the song we both think is the strongest for Eurovision is also my personal favorite. So I'm quite pleased that you had
Cool.
it as most competitive. Burman Laimi by Tautumeitas. It's already Eurovision ready. Right. I think we agree there.
Yeah, you have that's the answer. It's the reason why it has to be first is this could be put on the Eurovision stage right now, and no matter what, it gets an excellent result because they can just do the same thing.
Yeah.
They transport you into their world. You forget about the competition. You're just like in their world for 3 minutes, and it's a fantastic, beautiful, just a wonderful experience. Really memorable, and so many creative ways of using that stage to their advantage.
Yeah, it's the stage. I knew they were good live performers because I knew them a little bit before Supernova. Then I listened to the song. I was like, "Oh, this is really good." I just hoped about the staging, and then saw the staging. I was like, "Well, there you go. There you have your song. Like the camera work, the lighting, their charisma, the way they move around in the stage. It's never like sometimes where when there are bands in Eurovision and they move around, you're like everyone's saying at the same time, like everyone is against each other, not together. In the current case, it's like one person. The ending is so memorable. You end up on that high operatic
Yeah.
note. You'd have everyone at home like, what the hell is going on? This for me could get a Vesna kind of result. I think it can finish like jury and televote agreeing 10th, top 10. It will depend on what's against it. Like maybe in a few months, I'm like, okay, this will not get a top 10, but it will be in the final. But right now, in the with what we have so far, it seemed like a really strong song that would appeal to the jury because the vocals, like juries love good vocals, and if you don't score this high, like it would be insane. And the televote likes this kind of ethno vibes song, so I think it's their best option for Eurovision. But I may be biased.
Yeah, but it's great also when you feel that certainty with your also your favorite song. I feel like as you said here, it's something the jury. It's very safe when you're placing a top 10 to be like, okay, I got to fill it out. That's a safe one. And there's also so many millions of people who tune into Eurovision just for a song like this, who are going to be so happy to get this. I think it's going to be memorable no matter what. Although to bring it back to Ramtai, that's also no matter what going to be memorable, maybe to an even more extent because nobody will be able to do the same thing as I'm not picturing many Yetis at this year's competition.
Yeah,
Uh,
no,
so both of these songs have that high musical quality and a memorable deliverance. So both would be great, but I think that what they've done here and what our first place is doing is being like maybe the best option at the current state for Latvia to send. It's really memorable, super powerful, and gonna get a lot of 12s.
yeah, and I've been wondering in the national final so far, do we have another song that feels like this? There's Lelek in Croatia, but and while I love that song, it's my favorite in Croatia, it has a weak spot that it's in English. That's the weak spot of that song. This it's in Latvian. It's been a while, I think, since we got a song in Latvian. I don't remember the last time, to be honest.
Yeah, trying to remember now. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm okay. Wait, what in the
let's
hell is?
find out. Let's
Yeah.
let
I need to
wait a
find
minute.
out. Okay, so Aya did have words in Latvian, but it was not full in Latvian. Oh my, 2004. 2004 was
Or
their last
at
full Latvian song.
2009 was that
2009 was
Ropka?
Russian.
Was it
It was my
Russian? Ah,
yes.
okay. So
I did,
2004.
yes, the year I was born.
Wow,
So yeah, I never witnessed a
wow,
song in Latvian in Eurovision when thinking about
wow.
it. Well,
That's way too long. That's way too
it's
long.
time. It's time. Okay, you've got songs in Latvian. You've got Tautumaitas. You've got Citizeni. You got Tepat. The Ludwig is half Latvian, half in English. So let's count this one. Even
Yeah,
though Aya had Southern Lights, we did not count them because I had like 2 or 3 words in Latvian. It was like the ending. So we can't really
yeah.
count. count that one because what you remember is mostly the English. So yeah, you've got options in Latvia. Now watch them send Marcus Riva or Emilia, so they stay with the English.
Well, Marcus would be epic on that big stage. So, but
Yeah, I
like
mean,
with the songs here we have at our top, also it feels like it's so clearly from Latvia, which I also really appreciate. And as you said, it's going to be memorable. So there's so many great options here, so much quality. And I think no matter what, I think Latvia in the final. I'm ready for it. I want to see
oh
it
yes,
because it would be shocking if they have such a strong national selection and then they not go to the final.
Latvia powerhouse era. After the flop era, we want the Latvian powerhouse era. Should have started from Southern Lights or City Zeni, but we can
Or
start
Cake to
from that.
Bake, or
Oh, oh,
Wolves of the Sea.
oh my
Oh,
God, to
the
bake.
Pirates. I miss the
Oh, that
Pirates.
song. Oh my God, I
There's
had
so many
loved
great ones.
2019, but that was chanceless 2019. I honestly, last thing I think I want to say is thank you, Dons, for Latvia, because they didn't have qualified since Justs in 2016. And he brought them back to the final in, like, I think the craziest moment of a very crazy year. Like, uh, I don't know how you reacted when Dons qualified, but I
I
screamed. I was
was,
like, what? We
yes,
didn't
I
make
was
it. I was
super
so
happy.
happy. Yes, it was such a good song, and he's such a sweet guy.
Yeah, it
Love
couldn't
that.
happen to a nicer person, and I was just we needed that, and it was such a pleasant and wonderful experience. Such a kind soul, and uh, to see also that this has inspired so many artists to now pursue Supernova. Like the more, the better, because it's such an interesting music scene in Latvia, and it's so awesome to be able to check it out and have something like Supernova that brings everybody together and focuses in on this. It's really
Yes.
cool.
Good job, Latvia with Supernova. I wish we could talk about this national final for hours, but we've got to wrap it up sadly. Thanks a lot, everyone, for watching this video. We hope you liked it. Leave us in the comments who do you think would be the best option for Latvia. Put a like, go subscribe to Eurovision Talk, subscribe to this channel.
You
Thanks a lot, Ole, for coming here again.
It
And
was amazing being here. Thank you
we'll
so
see
much.
you
Thank you
all,
so much to all of you for watching.
we'll see you all in another video. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.